All right, quick discussion on our recall system and our lead system as well too. Very simple things. Recalls are simply people that get off the schedule, patients that kind of deactivate for multiple different reasons. Leads are exactly what they are. They're new people that are coming in here. They may have contacted us through a whole plethora of different situations, and they just, again, have not made it into the office. They've expressed interest but haven't made it in the office. So with the recall system, it's very simple. We keep a running list of people that fall off the schedule for whatever reason, the date at which they fell off, the last communication that they've had, and the reason as to why they may have fallen off. That's important that we keep that, so that way anybody who's following up in the recall system knows kind of that current status of what's going on with it. So the important piece with that is that we keep the recall system up to date on it. We keep it as minimal as possible to begin with. I mean, if we want to make that system easy, we just don't end up falling down that path. But the reality of it is people have things that come up, they fall off the schedule. Our job, again, keep them on track, keep them moving in the right direction to get the result that they came in here for. The thing we look at with that is that at the end of the day, we don't want a patient to be like, well, those guys didn't help me, when in all reality, they didn't help themselves by staying on track with it. So we're, again, proactively trying to keep them on track so that we don't have to have that discussion down the road at that point in time. So most important thing with the recall system, again, accurate information, consistency, the follow-up. When somebody misses an appointment, there's always a phone call and follow-up text. If they don't get the phone call doesn't go through on their following day, there's a quick follow-up on top of that as well too. We'll make three days of communication with them. If they do not communicate at that point in time, then usually the provider then gets a list of anybody who falls in that category. They then contact them just to check out, hey, everything all right? Anything I need to know? How can I help you get what it is that you need with it? Just to get an idea. Even if patients are like, you know what, they're doing something else or whatever might be the case, we just want to know that. We don't want to pester people. We don't want to put people in that spot. We just want to have definitiveness in terms of where we're going from a care standpoint. So that recall system is really important with regards to that, of keeping that thing up to date and working it every day. I mean, honestly, every day we probably spend anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes working recalls on a daily basis. You'll find some people respond more to the text system, some people respond better with the phone calls. The more you understand that, you also find out too, there's just certain people that they're going to fall within there as well too. The urgent piece with it is that the shorter the duration at which they've been off, the more likely it is to get them back on and get them engaged again on there. So it's important to keep that system going. The lead system is kind of similar to the fact that every lead, where it came from, how they were contacted, the end result, were they scheduled, were they not scheduled, keeping track of that. The lead thing, same deal. Like when they get put on that list or that lead comes in, the sooner we contact them at that point, phone and text message on there, in some cases email, the sooner we contact them, the more likely it is that they come in here for a visit. At that point, the easier we make it for them to get scheduled, the easier it is to get that patient in here as well too. When we do promos, combo promo, which is basically a chiropractic plus a massage visit. Chiropractic is way easier to schedule because there's more spots open because of the timing of how they work. We always get the chiropractic session scheduled first, and we tell them, hey, you know what, we're going to get you in for the chiropractic session with the doctor first. When you're in for that visit, we will get your massage scheduled so we can look through the schedule a little bit more closely at that point. No one ever has a problem with it. Explain that to them. Get them scheduled sooner rather than later with that first visit on there to keep them engaged at that point. Best circumstances, 2 to 3 days tops from the lead to when they're scheduled, guarantees that they start showing up in here. If there's a longer period of time in there, good luck getting them in here at that point in time. It just becomes less and less with time. They forget about it. They lose interest. They feel better. They get distracted. They find somewhere else on there. So that same thing, that lead system, day 1, day 2, day 3. They don't respond after day 3. We send them one final thing a week out that basically just simply says, you know what, your promotional offer, your voucher is expired in the next 3 days. Please let us know if and when you want to schedule this visit on here so that you don't miss out on it. So again, recall system, lead system, the biggest thing with that, again, I go back to it, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse with this, but it's accuracy of it, keeping track of it so we have a good system with it, and the follow through and the consistency of working that system is critical in that piece. So recalls and leads 101.